Narayan Narayan Namaste. Welcome back to Z's Astrology, your go-to channel for all things Vedic astrology. I hope you all are doing well. And let me start by wishing you a very happy Diwali and happy New Year in advance. May this festive season bring light, wisdom, and positivity into your life. Now, today we are going to talk about one of the most awaited transits, that is Jupiter's upcoming transit in the sign of Cancer. Let's see what this transit may bring for all of us. Jupiter will move into the sign of Cancer on 18th of October 2025 and will stay there until the 5th of December 25. This will be a short but a powerful transit because Guru Brihaspati is Atichari this time. That means within just a few months after entering Gemini, Jupiter will now shift into Cancer. While in Cancer, Jupiter will only be transiting Punarvasu Nakshatra this year. On November 11th, Jupiter will turn retrograde in the sign of Cancer while still being in Punarvasu Nakshatra. And then during its retrograde motion, it will move back into Gemini on 5th of December 2025. But in this video, I will only be talking about the direct phase of Jupiter. That is from October 18th till November 11th. Because the retrograde period will have a different energy and impact altogether. Now, the most important thing to note is that when Jupiter enters Cancer, it will form a special connection with Saturn. Jupiter will come into trine with Saturn, and also it will be aspecting the Saturn, Saturn is currently retrograde in Pisces, a sign which is ruled by Jupiter itself. Saturn is in Purabhadrapad Nakshatra, which is again ruled by Jupiter, and Jupiter will be in Punarvasu Nakshatra, also ruled by Jupiter. And also, Jupiter is the dispositor of Saturn, so there's a strong connection between Jupiter and Saturn this time through the nakshatra, sign, and everything, which I will explain in detail little later. But first, let's understand Jupiter in Cancer. Cancer is a sign where Jupiter gets exalted, meaning Jupiter expresses its best qualities here. Cancer is a watery sign ruled by Moon, and it represents emotions, nurturing, motherhood, care, and the warmth of love. In the natural zodiac or in the Kal Purush, Cancer corresponds to the 4th house. Cancer represents 4th house, which represents home, mother, family, comfort, emotional security, and even the land and property we own. It also signifies clean or fresh water, the water that sustains life, that nourishes life, that nourishes crops and sustains all living beings on earth. Jupiter, on the other hand, represents wisdom, expansion, growth, faith, abundance, and dharma. And before diving deeper further into this topic, please do not forget to subscribe, like, and share these videos with your friends and family. And please do not forget to hit the notification bell so you are always up to date with our latest content. And please do not forget to hype this video. You can also follow Z's Astrology on Instagram now. And for consultation, feel free to email me. All the links are given in the description box below. When Jupiter moves through Cancer, it blends knowledge with emotion and wisdom with compassion. That's why Jupiter is exalted here, because this sign allows Jupiter to express its qualities of nourishment, protection, and emotional depth at their highest potential. Since Cancer is the 4th house in the Kal Purush, Jupiter's exaltation here supports emotional peace and spiritual growth. It makes us more connected to our inner self and more aware of our feelings and faith. This time it becomes even more special because while Jupiter will be in Cancer, Saturn will be in Pisces, both being watery signs. This combination can bring deep spiritual realization, emotional healing, and a rise in collective faith. For people walking on true spiritual path, this transit can be the time of divine awakening and inner expansion. When Jupiter moves into the sign of Cancer, the area of your life where Cancer falls in your birth chart will begin to feel lighter and calmer. you may experience a sense of emotional peace or inner balance there in that house. A kind of quiet relief after a long phase of heaviness. This period can also bring a new sense of hope or faith in that particular part of your life. It's like getting a fresh breath of positivity where things may have felt uncertain before. However, at the same time, there may be another area of life that feels more unstable or full of sudden ups and downs during this phase. Some unexpected situations could arise, possibly in areas you haven't even thought about before. So, while Jupiter brings blessings and comfort in one part of your life, it can also activate challenges in another part, creating a mix of emotions and events. Actually, both Jupiter and Saturn. Now, many people believe that an exalted Jupiter is always good, and yes, it is indeed a strong and auspicious placement. When Jupiter enters Cancer, it becomes powerful and starts sending positive energy or bala to the houses it rules. That is Sagittarius and Pisces. It also energizes the areas it aspects, which are the signs of Scorpio, Capricorn, and Pisces this time. This means Jupiter will try to spread optimism, faith, and growth in those parts of your life as well. But when we look at the larger planetary picture, especially the ongoing combination of Jupiter and Saturn, this time is not just about simple positivity. It can also bring big changes or important events that may shape your life direction in the long run. Honestly, the period when Jupiter is in Cancer this year will feel like a preview or a trailer of what's going to unfold after mid 2026 when Jupiter will once again re enter Cancer. So, whatever experiences you go through during this short phase will give you a glimpse of the themes and transformations that will develop more fully next year. Now, if we look at the brighter side of this project, it can be a favorable time for marriage if you are unmarried, especially for those people whose moon is in the signs I mentioned earlier. For some, this transit can bring marriage proposals or progress in new relationships, particularly if the moon is positioned in the second, seventh, or 11th house. Still, this entirely depends on your personal birth chart because we consider many other things as well, but this is generalized in nature. And everything I'm sharing here is general in nature. Let me clear that, which is meant to give you an overview. The exact results of this transit or any transit will always depend on your personal chart. It differs from person to person based on your individual horoscope. Remember, no transit is completely positive, no transit is completely negative. The effects always depends on how the planets are aligned in your personal chart, in the dashas, mahadashas, and everything else. Now, this period will also be one of the best times for spiritual growth and inner peace. Normally, Jupiter is considered a heavy planet, and wherever it sits, it tends to create a sense of heaviness in that area. But because Jupiter is such a positive and wise planet, that represents hope, faith, and happiness. This happiness will not feel completely negative. So when Jupiter enters Cancer, the area of your life where Cancer falls in your chart may feel a bit intense or emotionally heavy at some times. But deep inside, you will notice a calmness, a quiet feeling of I will be okay, even if challenges come your way. This Jupiter gives you the mindset to handle things with patience and faith. It's like an inner voice reminding you, don't worry, you will manage. You will find your way through. That's a kind of hope and emotional strength Jupiter in Cancer brings. This hope becomes the biggest blessings of this transit. Because when we lose hope, we stop trying. Hope is what gives us the energy to fight our battles, to move forward, and to keep believing that better days will come. Jupiter in Cancer revives that missing hope. It fills your heart with confidence and emotional warmth, helping you face whatever life presents. Now, if we look at Ketu's role here, it is positioned second from Jupiter in the sign of Leo. This means the source of energy of the ball of Jupiter comes from Ketu. So Jupiter will receive its strength from a spiritual and a detached kind of energy. This that makes this time even very good and very positive, excellent time for spiritual awakening, inner realization, and even meditation. However, because of Ketu's influence, there can also be a sense of detachment, as if you are emotionally present but not too attached to outcomes. This combination creates a perfect balance of spiritual evolution where you can feel deeply but still remain peaceful and detached inside. But this will only happen if this goes positive in your chart. Now, this period will be especially important for those who have moon in Cancer, moon in Scorpio or Pisces. You should be careful not to make any emotional decisions during this time. Try to stay practical because Jupiter's energy in Cancer can make your emotions stronger than usual and may influence your decision making. You might feel guided by your heart rather than logic, but that sometimes can lead to choices that you may regret later on. If we look deeper in the Navmansh, in the D9 chart, Jupiter and Saturn will be together in the sign of Capricorn in D9 from October 18th till December 5 until Jupiter is in the sign of Cancer in D1. And also in D1, Jupiter will be in Cancer while Saturn will be in Pisces, both in Jupiter's domain and both in Jupiter's nakshatras. So Jupiter will be exalted in D1 as well as in D9. But in D9, it will be in conjunction with Saturn. So that's a very powerful combination. But it will also bring certain seriousness to how we must handle emotions and our decisions. During this time, everyone, not just a specific ascendant or moon sign, but everyone should make sure that their choices are balanced and based on reality, practicality, and not just feelings. Saturn, which is positioned with Jupiter in D9, will not allow overly emotional decisions to succeed. If your choices come only from emotions or and lack practicality, Saturn might bring setbacks or situations that force you to see things more clearly. That doesn't mean you have to ignore your emotions or become cold. Emotions are beautiful and essential part of our life. They connect us with love, kindness, and compassion for people, for everyone around us, including nature, animals, and everything around us. What Saturn wants here is not to remove emotions, but to bring balance, to make sure your emotions don't overpower your sense of reason. So while Jupiter in Cancer will expand our emotional and nurturing side. And Saturn's presence, both in Pisces and with Jupiter in D9, will try to limit that expansion, teaching us to manage emotions maturely. It may bring situations where you will have to control your feelings and act with practicality instead of impulsiveness or feelings or emotionality. Whenever two major planets like Jupiter and Saturn come together or influence each other directly or indirectly, they bring big shifts both individually and globally. You might have already noticed this with Saturn's current transit in Pisces. There are huge global changes going on right now. Sudden shift in economies and unexpected world events that no one predicted. This tariff war and this and that. No one predicted that earlier, before few months. Even a strong example to this combination's impact could be COVID-19 pandemic, which which all started in December 2019 when Jupiter and Saturn were together in Sagittarius. Although at that time, Ketu and Sun were also there, but which intensified the situation further. But I'm mentioning this as an example to explain you how powerful their combined influence can be this time. But Jupiter Saturn connection was the core of that transformation. Similarly, this upcoming phase doesn't mean something identical will happen again, but it does show a time of deep change, both in the outer world and within us. Just like after COVID-19, the world was never the same again. This combination may again shape new realities, directions, and perspectives for humanity as a whole. I'm repeating this once again that this connection of Jupiter and Saturn in both day 1 and day 9, this does not mean that the crisis will repeat again, but it does mean that something significant, perhaps a major global shifter, will happen and will start showing signs from now. It may not all happen within the short 1.5 month transit, but as I said earlier, this phase will act like a preview or a trailer of what's to come after mid 2026, when Jupiter re enters Cancer for a long stay. During this period, in this transit of 2025, there can also be certain events connected with water or nature, because Jupiter will be moving through a watery sign and it will be in trine with Saturn in another watery sign. So there's a higher possibility of water-related concerns around the world. This could mean an increase in waterborne diseases or issues related to contaminated water in some places. There can also be natural events like heavy rainfall, flooding, cyclones, or in earthquakes that originate under the ocean and affect nearby lands and the areas. These kinds of shifts are possible when major planets activate water, earth, and airy elements altogether. Now, on an emotional and personal level, this transit can bring mixed feelings. It's a time when people will deeply crave love, warmth, and emotional comfort, but might not always receive it in the way they expected. You may want peace and closeness from your surroundings or relationships, but reality might not match your imagination. These are some negative aspects I'm talking about right now. For example, imagine you plan a peaceful family trip. You choose a beautiful place thinking it will be relaxing, full of joy and bonding. You will enjoy a lot with your family. You go there, and at first everything feels perfect. But then suddenly something unexpected happens. Maybe a situation, misunderstanding, or discomfort, and suddenly the experience isn't what you imagined. You realize it's not as enjoyable and as peaceful as you thought, and you feel the need to return back to home. That's a kind of emotional lesson that Jupiter-Saturn connection can bring. It reminds you that even when your intentions are pure, life sometimes teaches detachment, maturity through unexpected situations. And this is also a time when being greedy, whether emotionally or materially, can make things difficult for us. Because when Jupiter, the planet of dharma and wisdom, and Saturn, the planet of karma and discipline, work together, they demand balance. It's like saying your dharma is your karma and your karma is your dharma. You are meant to do your duty sincerely and ethically without running behind this instant rewards or desires. Remember, karmani vatikaraste ma phaleshu kadachan. And the planets will guide you by showing you what needs to be done, your responsibilities, your path, and you must walk it honestly. If you try to escape responsibilities or act out of greed, Saturn and Jupiter together can bring challenges that push you back on track. Now, when we talk about Jupiter's aspect here, the fifth aspect of Jupiter will fall on Scorpio from Cancer. Now, wherever the sign of Scorpio falls in your chart, if there has been any confusion, uncertainty, or deep unresolved emotion there, then this period can or bring some clarity and relaxation in that part of your life. It won't completely solve everything, but you will feel much lighter and calmer in that area. This aspect is very beautiful for learning, especially subjects that require depth and focus. It's an amazing time for studying astrology, mythology, psychology, or anything where you have to go deep into hidden layers of knowledge. Jupiter here will guide your mind towards deeper understanding and meaningful insights. Now, the seventh aspect of Jupiter will fall on Capricorn. This is the direct aspect of Jupiter. So, this aspect is will be highly karmic in nature. Capricorn is a sign of hard work, structure, discipline, and when Jupiter aspects here, it rewards the effort that has been done sincerely on the path of dharma. So, for those who have walked the right path, who have stayed honest in their efforts, Jupiter's aspect here will start bringing tangible positive results, whether it's in your career, whether it's regarding your responsibilities or worldly recognition. Now, coming to the most awaited aspects of Jupiter, that is its ninth aspect on the sign of Pisces and on Saturn. This is one of the most important and defining moments of this transit. Let's understand why this aspect holds such significance. Now, since Saturn entered Pisces, it has been giving results that feel confusing, unstable, and at times weird and heavy. Many people have felt as though their efforts are not giving proper results or that life is moving in unpredictable directions. But now, as Jupiter aspects Pisces with its ninth aspect, this energy will slowly start to calm down a little bit. Saturn will feel somewhat grounded because Jupiter's divine and benevolent energy will touch it directly. This aspect will bring balance to the chaos Saturn has been creating. However, along with balance, this combination will also bring strong karmic transformations, changes that are meant to reshape our lives in a deeper ways. For some people, these transformations will manifest as clear blessings. For others, it may not appear so positive on the surface or in the initial phase, but in the long run, it will still be leading them towards liberation or completion of karmic cycles. For example, let me explain this with you an example, both a positive and a negative example. Now, the first example here, imagine someone who has been unemployed for a long time, trying hard again and again, but not getting any results. With Jupiter's exalted energy in Cancer and its aspect on Saturn in Pisces, such a person may suddenly find a good job, and not just a job, but one that uplifts their entire financial condition, helps him manage responsibilities and brings relief to the whole family. It's as though Jupiter sends divine help through circumstances, showing that blessings can arrive when hope had almost faded. Now let's take another example. This one is a bit on a negative side. Imagine there's a person who is going through intense physical suffering, someone battling a terminal illness for a long time. For such soul, this aspect can bring release, liberation from pain. That is loss of life. To us human beings, it looks like loss of our near and dear one, loss of life. But from a spiritual point of view, or from planet's point of view, it's freedom. It's moksha from long-term suffering. Planets don't work with human emotions. They work with karmic cycles. So what may seem negative in our eyes can actually be the highest form of relief or positive thing on soul or the planet level. That's why this aspect of Jupiter on Saturn will work both ways, bringing blessings, relief, and even closure, depending on what kind of karma that needs to complete. If the chart supports, if your chart supports, it can be deeply positive time. If the chart carries heavy karmic baggage, then it can bring some negative results as well, or some endings as well. Because the overall planetary combinations during this time are not very harmonious, And since Jupiter and Saturn are connecting both in the D1 and D9 charts, this phase cannot be called completely positive for everyone. It will be a mix of karmic endings, divine grace, and subtle healing. But one thing is certain, wherever there has been darkness or stagnation in life, Jupiter will send some light, some positivity, or some form of closure, bringing a sense of inner peace even through outer change. And there will be certain areas of life where Jupiter and Saturn together can close chapters forever. And during this time, losses may become even more visible, both on an individual level and global level. And these energies won't just be limited to this current transit of Jupiter and Saturn in Cancer. They will again become active when Jupiter re-enters Cancer next year. These two periods together will work as a cleansing phase, a time when the planets will purify everything that has been that has overstayed its purpose. And these losses could be anything and not just life. One might lose wealth, possessions, a job, or certainly a relationship, a mindset, or even an old version of yourself. The loss could be material, emotional, mental here, but whatever form it takes, it will serve the same purpose: to cleanse, to purify, to make a space for something new that aligns with your higher path. This is why this period can feel intense. Jupiter and Saturn together work like the great teachers of karma. They don't always reward instantly. Instead, they remove what blocks your growth. It could be your attachments, your desires, your fears, or even your comfort zones. Everything unnecessary, people, habits, or thoughts that will start moving out now. And no one is untouched by this energy. Wherever Pisces falls in your chart, that area of your life will experience major transformations this time. For some, it will be positive. For some, it will be challenging, and for some, a mix of both. Jupiter's aspect is always benevolent in nature. It always tries to heal, to expand, to guide. But this time, the experience of that positivity may not feel comfortable at first, because the process of purification is never easy. It requires letting go. You may not realize it immediately, but in the long run, you will see that these changes were meant to align you with something purer, more meaningful. That's why it is extremely important during this time to hold on to spirituality. Without the foundation of faith, without the foundation of spirituality, the energy of Pisces and Saturn can feel heavy, confusing, and draining. But with spiritual grounding, prayer, meditation, chanting, surrender to the divine, you will be able to sail through it. Spirituality won't erase all challenges, but it will make you strong enough to walk through them with peace, awareness, and inner stability. Because Saturn is also retrograde in Purva Bhadrapad Nakshatra, this phase will test how deeply you understand your own spirit. It will not reward material gain. It will reward patience, compassion, righteousness, and surrender. So the more you walk the path of spirituality, the more you walk the path of righteousness, the more you will receive divine guidance, clarity, and inner growth. Also during this period, if you do any good deed with pure and selfless heart, it will give you blessings many times stronger than usual. This is a very karmic phase. So the intention behind your actions will matter more than the action itself. If you help someone, make sure that person truly needs your help and genuinely deserves it. Because Saturn is involved here. Any help given without proper intention, just to show someone, just for show, or to boost your ego, or to the person who does not deserve it, then it can backfire. Saturn watches everything quietly and gives results exactly according to the purity of the actions. Helping someone doesn't always have to be through money or material things. You can help in any way your heart allows, or in the best manner possible. Sometimes even listening to someone who feels lost is a big help. Sometimes your words, your time, and or even your care can heal someone more than anything else. But after you help someone, forget it completely. Don't even remind that person that you help them and or make them feel obliged to you. Do it. Offer it to God in your heart and move on. That's when your good karma truly multiplies. This is also a beautiful time to do something bigger for society. If possible, join an NGO or social cause. If you can, at least sponsor someone, maybe sponsor a child, or sponsor someone's medical expenses. You can support a child, especially support their education, their food, their medical needs, their education, anything. Even if you can't commit to a big cause, small steps also count. Feed stray animals, plant trees, protect nature in any way you can. Let Mother Earth breathe again, revive again, amidst all the concrete and pollution. These acts of kindness will align your energy with Jupiter's blessings, because Jupiter represents generosity, hope, and divine grace. And also, Saturn will also support here. And as I said earlier, this is also a time when sacrifices will be asked from you. Either you choose to make them willingly, or life will make them for you. So it's better to give than to be forced to let go. Surrendering something willingly will bring peace, and losing it unwillingly will sometime bring pain. Many things during this phase will depend on your mindset. The more resistance you create in your mind, the heavier everything will feel. The more acceptance you practice, the lighter life will become. Now, who will feel this transit the most? Obviously, Aries, Pisces, Scorpio, Sagittarius, both all these ascendants and moon signs will experience its impact strongly, especially those where Pisces falls in the 6th, 8th, or the 12th house of their chart, or where Cancer falls in these houses. People running the Mahadasha or the Shas of Jupiter or Saturn will also feel it more. And if you have any major planet in Pisces, particularly if you have Moon in Pisces, then this period will touch your life deeply, especially for Pisces moon sign. One thing to keep in mind is that this transit will bring clarity, but mostly on a mental level. It's not about physical situations changing as much as it is, but it is about how your mind processes them. You may find it easy to deal with things practically, but mentally, accepting these shifts can feel tough. This period will demand a transformation in mentality, and that will likely to be the hardest part for you. Besides that, if you have Jupiter Saturn or Moon Saturn conjunction in your chart, or if you have Jupiter or Saturn placed in the Kendra house, then this transit will have a significant impact on your life. Now, talking about the remedial part, the most important thing during this time is spirituality. So, if you follow spirituality, then this period will be much calming for you. Now, if you follow Narayan or Vishnu, then chanting Vishnu Sahasranam will bring support and calm. If you are devotee to Shiva, then Shiv Sahasranam will be very helpful here. For Devi Upasaks, doing Upasana of Saumya Swarup of Mata Adi Shakti will be very beneficial. And if none of these are possible, simply chanting Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Namaha or Om Namah Shivaya every single day, and whenever you feel stress or challenges will help center your mind and bring inner stability. Keeping a calm and stable mind will be one of the most important things to navigate during this period. Now let's jump into ascendant and moon sign wise analysis. Aries ascendant and moon sign. For Aries natives, Jupiter will be transiting your fourth house, the sign of Cancer. Now, this period brings a sense of relief, like a breath of fresh air after recent chaos. While it won't be completely smooth, you will feel more peace and comfort, especially at home. This is a wonderful time to strengthen family relationships. Your loved ones, particularly your mother, may provide emotional support, guiding you through challenges. At home, Jupiter's exaltation position will bring positivity and a more peaceful environment. You may feel slightly heavy with responsibilities at home, but overall, there will be more comfort and relaxation. If you are planning to buy a property or to make improvements like renovation or redecorating your house at this period is favorable, just be mindful that Jupiter can make you a little too relaxed. So don't let it slow you down in other areas of your life. Hard work will be essential. For those in agriculture, land-related fields, or organic farming, Jupiter can benefit in your work. Its fifth aspect on Scorpio, your eighth house, supports health improvements though effort will be required. This aspect is also excellent for learning, research, and deep exploration. Whether astrology, occult sciences, mythology, archaeology, or any research oriented field, Jupiter's influence encourages transformation and necessary growth in these areas, setting the foundation for your future. Now, Jupiter's seventh aspect falls on Capricorn, your 10th house, influencing your career. If you have been struggling with finding a job, then this period can bring new opportunities, but hard work is essential. Saturn, your 10th lord, is retrograde in the 12th house in Pura Bhadrapada, so progress may be slow. If you are looking for a job in foreign companies, MNCs, or abroad, then this period can support positive results, depending on your chart. Challenges with colleagues or bosses may ease slightly, and staying calm and diplomatic and positive will help you navigate work situations with grace. It is also a good time to learn new skills to upgrade your career. Jupiter encourages ethical growth, and though progress may be slow, but steady effort will bring lasting results. Now, the ninth aspect of Jupiter will fall on the sign of Pisces, your 12th house, where Saturn is positioned. Now, since Jupiter rules your ninth and 12th house, this and is exalted in the 4th house, this is a highly favorable period for spirituality. Meditation, yoga, prayer, sadhana, home, havam, yajna, puja can bring inner peace and help neutralize Saturn's heavy energy. This period can also bring opportunities related to foreign travel. This can also bring opportunities related to MNCs. I mean, if you want to work in MNCs, if you are doing something related to import-export or overseas investments, then this period can support you. For some, this transit acts like a saving grace, resolving long-standing issues, while for others, it may demand sacrifices. Your personal chart will determine the intensity of these effects. It's a good time to help the needy, as act of selfless service will enhance your positive karma. Be cautious with your expenditures, avoid unnecessary spendings, and grade, as Rahu in the 11th house can expand desires, which can bring challenges. For those sincerely following spiritual path, this transit can deepen your inner growth and strengthen your connection with God. However, be mindful of health, especially the 12th and the 8th house. And avoid addictions such as alcohol, smoking, or other intoxications, as they may negatively impact your well-being. Taurus ascendant and moon sign. For Taurus natives, Jupiter will be transiting your 3rd house, the sign of Cancer. Jupiter rules your 8th house and your 11th house. So this transit will open up significant opportunities for learning, improving communication, and enhancing your skills. This is a very good period to expand your knowledge in ways that will benefit both your personal and professional life. If you have been planning to start something new, initiate a project, or take up a new venture, Jupiter's energy will give you the confidence and motivation to do so. However, since Jupiter is your eighth lord here, you need to act thoughtfully. Every decision should be wise, measured, and carefully planned, as minor ups and downs can occur in new initiations. This is an excellent period to strengthen your communication skills, whether it's writing, teaching, creating content, working on social media, or simply expressing yourself clearly. Your words will carry more weight during this time. For those who have been um, who felt lacking in confidence, Jupiter's transit will boost courage and enthusiasm, giving you the energy to face challenges and move forward with persistence. Some projects or work that were stuck or delayed may begin to progress, but patience and repeated effort will be the key. Success is possible if you think long term, remain practical, and do not rush. This period also encourages personal and spiritual journeys. You may feel drawn to learning deeper subjects, exploring spiritual knowledge, or even taking small journeys that contribute to your personal growth. Jupiter here also provides an opportunity to heal any issues with your younger siblings. If there have been any misunderstandings or distance, this is a favorable time to reconnect, spend quality time together, and have open, honest conversations. Doing so can restore harmony and strengthen family bonds. Additionally, Jupiter can bring relief in, uh, in related to troubles which are created by neighbors or community related conflicts. You may find situations easing slightly, and your patience and diplomacy will help smooth over any tension. But one thing to be careful about during this period is your desires. Jupiter in the third house can amplify your desires, making you want more than what is necessary. This is where Saturn position in your 11th house comes into play. Saturn will teach moderation and contentment. It will limit excessive desires and remind you to balance what you want with what is realistically possible. The key here is to remain grounded. If you use Jupiter's energy wisely, stay practical, and control unnecessary desires, this period can provide long-term rewards and meaningful progress. Focusing on your skills, learning, and communication will pay off, and the wisdom you gain now will guide you for years to come. Now, the fifth aspect of Jupiter will fall on your seventh house, the sign of Scorpio. This is a very significant placement for relationship and partnerships. If you are unmarried and seeking a life partner, this aspect can help you meet someone compatible and suitable. For those who are already married, Jupiter's influence brings harmony, understanding, and sense of contentment in your relationship. However, Jupiter being the guru, the teacher, will not just bring ease, it will guide you towards growth. You will need to learn important lessons about balancing your personal, material, and spiritual lives. You will become more aware of how your words, actions, and approach impact your partner. Jupiter will teach you to nurture your relationship through communication, understanding, maturity, and wisdom. If there have been tensions or misunderstandings in your marriage or partnership, this period offers an opportunity to heal and resolve them. But it is important to remember that Jupiter alone cannot do all the work. Positive changes require your active effort. You will need to consciously work on improving communication, resolving conflicts, and building trust. Transformation in relationships will be gradual, requiring patience and commitment. For business persons, Jupiter's fifth aspect on the seventh house is considered favorable for your business, even for partnerships, networking, and business deals. Opportunities may arise, but caution is essential. Since Saturn is in trine with Scorpio, you must carefully review all paperwork and agreements before signing anything. Avoid blind trust and do not make emotional decisions in business, as these could create complications later on. Now, the seventh aspect of Jupiter will fall on your ninth house Capricorn. This brings a focus on higher learning, spiritual growth, travel, and relationships with your father. If your father has been dealing with health issues, this period can bring positive changes and guidance on how to improve your well-being, his well-being. You may also find this to be a favorable time to mend or strengthen your relationship with him. This is also a wonderful period for pursuing higher education, academic goals, or spiritual studies. Jupiter will guide you in understanding what is truly right and wrong for you, helping you identify your real path, your dharma, and your entire life purpose. Students who have been working hard may see tangible results in their studies if supported by their individual chart. This is a period of guidance, learning, and personal growth. Now, the ninth aspect of Jupiter will fall on the sign of Sagittarius, where Saturn is positioned in your 11th house. Here, Saturn can restrict finances, impose delays, or bring limitations. However, Jupiter's aspect of Saturn in Pisces will provide some relief. You may find that luck favors you in managing finances, though challenges may still persist because Saturn is retrograde in the 11th house in Pura Bhadrapad Nakshatra. Your 11th house, governing gain, social circle, and friendships will undergo major changes during this period. Career-related benefits such as promotions or increments are possible depending on your chart. It is highly advisable for Taurus natives to keep desires and expectations in check, as said earlier. The more you chase desires, the more Saturn will impose discipline and limitations. The key principle during this period is karma. Focus on performing your duties honestly, consistently, and responsibly. Avoid shortcuts, manipulative methods, or unethical practices to achieve goals or fulfill desires, as these will only bring setbacks. If you act with integrity, patience, and diligence, both Saturn and Jupiter will support long-term growth and stability and even spiritual gains as well during this time. Now, during this transit, your relationship with siblings, elder siblings, friends, and social connections may also undergo significant changes. It is important to maintain an open-minded approach, accept what comes your way, and avoid resisting unnecessary transformation. Life may bring unexpected challenges, but adapting with wisdom and patience will help you navigate this period successfully. Gemini ascendants and moon sign. For Gemini natives, Jupiter will be transiting your second house, the sign of Cancer. Jupiter rules your 7th house and your 10th house. Now, during this period, you may notice significant influences in areas of finance, family, communication, and values. Financially, this is a period where you may see some positive inflow. However, it's important to note that money may also go out unexpectedly. So while you may feel a sense of financial gain, it is crucial to be very wise with your expenditures. Try to save as much as possible and avoid unnecessary spendings here. Jupiter can bring opportunities to find new sources of income, but these will require your hard work and consistent effort. Nothing will come effortlessly. So patience and diligence are essential to benefit fully from this period. Apart from finances, this is a favorable time to work on family relationships. If there have been misunderstandings or unresolved tensions, then Jupiter encourages positive changes here. You may see additions in your family or auspicious events occurring at your home. Spending quality time with your loved ones, revisiting family traditions, and even sharing at least one meal together daily can help heal bonds and strengthen family connections. Jupiter provides a sense of peace when you are with your family. So make an effort to balance personal and professional life and spend quality time with your family. Jupiter in the second house also influences speech, communication, food habits, and personal values. This is an excellent time to enhance communication skills, whether it's speaking, writing, teaching, or connecting with new clients if you are in business or professional work. Your words can carry more weight now, and improved communication can even open doors in your career and in a personal life. This period can also be a chance to recover money that has been stuck or to rebuild your savings. Each financial opportunity will require effort and patience. So don't expect quick or effortless results. Additionally, Jupiter's influence encourages adopting healthier habits. Try to embrace a sattvic or healthy diet and avoid overindulgence in sugary, fatty, or junk food, as this could lead to weight gain or other health issues. Using Jupiter's energy to maintain discipline in your eating habits will support both physical and mental well being. On an emotional level, Jupiter may bring situations where you feel over emotional regarding your family or make decisions based on feelings rather than practicality. Saturn's influence during this period reminds you to ground yourself and make decisions thoughtfully, balancing emotions with rationality. Now, the fifth aspect of Jupiter will fall on the sign of Scorpio, your sixth house. This is a favorable placement for debt management and handling daily challenges effectively. Use Jupiter's wisdom to manage debts, but avoid taking loans you cannot repay, as that could backfire. This aspect can also bring new job opportunities, career growth, or shifts in life direction. But these benefits will manifest only if you have been working consistently on the right path. For those preparing for competitive exams, Jupiter's fifth aspect can support your efforts. But discipline, focus, and hard work remains essential. This is also the period where you will encounter important life lessons. Jupiter may push you to learn and adapt beyond your comfort zone. Initially, these lessons may feel challenging or overwhelming, but embracing them will help you grow mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Now, the seventh aspect of Jupiter will fall on the sign of Capricorn, your eighth house. If you have been dealing with chronic or long term health issues, this period can bring some relief or guidance on how to work on them. However, nothing will improve instantly. Your active effort is essential. Jupiter may also reveal hidden or unattended health concerns that you have been ignoring or were previously unaware of. This is an opportunity to start the healing process for your own good. Spiritually, this is a transformative phase. It is an ideal time to dive deep into meditation, spiritual practice, or learning about divine higher knowledge. For those interested in occult sciences, astrology, mythology, archaeology, or deep research work, this period can be highly supportive. If you are in a healing profession, this transit may also enhance your skills and understanding. Apart from health and spirituality, Jupiter's influence in the eighth house can bring unexpected financial gains. These may come through inheritance, insurance, or family assets. If you have been expecting ancestral property or support from family assets, then this period may provide positive developments. Jupiter here can also support resolving relationship issues with your in laws, if any exist, by bringing guidance, faith, and a positive mindset. Now, the ninth aspect of Jupiter will fall on the sign of Pisces, your 10th house, where Saturn is positioned. Career wise, this period demands hard work and persistence. If you are looking to change your career path or explore new opportunities, Jupiter can support that. But with patience and careful planning, avoid impulsive decisions during this time. If you are been waiting for a job or promotion opportunities may arise, but the results may not come exactly as you expected. Changes in career responsibilities, added tasks, or revisions in your role are possible, requiring you to stay adaptable and focused. This is a period of practical learning. Both Saturn and Jupiter will teach you valuable lessons that may initially feel challenging but are ultimately meant for your growth. These lessons will be practical rather than theoretical or emotional, guiding you to improve yourself and acquire new skills for long term stability and growth. Challenges from co-workers, authorities, or unexpected situations may arise, especially because Saturn is retrograde in Purva Bhadrapad Nakshatra. Initially, these challenges may feel overwhelming, but Jupiter's aspect provides protection and guidance here. So, if you remain ethical, committed, and patient, both Saturn and Jupiter will ultimately support your success in the long run. Maintaining honesty, sincerity, and a calm mind and a wise approach will ensure that your efforts bear positive results um, in the long run. Cancer ascendants and moon sign for Cancer natives. Many Cancer natives have been eagerly waiting for this transit for a long time. In fact, for many, this is the most awaited period. Jupiter will be transiting your ascendant, the sign of Cancer, which is its exaltation sign. With Jupiter in Punarvasu Nakshatra, this is a period of renewal, hope, and second chances. With Jupiter in your first house, exalted, you may notice a significant boost in your confidence. You will feel more positive, clear, and hopeful about the path ahead. If you have been feeling lost or confused, in recent years, this transit provides the opportunity to realign with your true self. Others around you will notice your growth. You may naturally attract attention, respect, and support, especially when moving in the right direction. However, there are 2 points you need to be cautious about. First, Jupiter in the first house can sometimes increase ego. It is very important to stay calm, grounded, and humble during this period. Second, Jupiter in the first house may lead to weight gain, procrastination, laziness. So it's mindful in these. So it's essential to be mindful in these areas. Be mindful in your eating habits. Maintain regular physical activity practices like exercise, yoga, pranayam, walking, and consuming healthy and sattvic food will be very helpful here. Jupiter is also your ninth lord, so the presence of being a ninth lord in the first house is excellent for spiritual growth. The more you tune into spirituality, the more your luck will favor you. Being ethical, righteous, and spiritually inclined will strengthen this positive influence even more. This period may also bring responsibilities related to your father, so avoid running away from these duties, as handling them properly will contribute to your growth. Spiritual journeys are also favored now. You may feel drawn to travel for spiritual purposes or engage in auspicious activities like yagya, puja, home, havan. And this period is also ideal for learning and gaining knowledge, whether it is upgrading your skills, pursuing your specific subject or course, or simply reading and learning. Jupiter will support all efforts towards education, spiritual learning, and personal development. The knowledge you acquire now will not just improve your external life but also transform your inner self, and it will stay with you for a longer time. This is a powerful period for inner growth, building your identity and values, and realigning with your life with your soul's purpose. Jupiter will guide you, but only if you are attentive and listen to its wisdom. Maintain a balanced lifestyle here and use this period wisely. On a positive note, Jupiter in its exaltation in your ascendant will bring peace of mind even during challenges. If your chart supports it, you will feel an inner sense of happiness and calm. This inner peace will be your strongest tool to navigate difficulties and overcome challenges in life. However, for Cancer natives, it is very important not to become overly emotional during this period. While emotions are essential, but this transit may push you to make more emotional decisions. So it's better to take practical decisions rather than taking emotional decisions at certain points. There will be time when you will need to step back from emotional reactions and take a practical, thoughtful approach, especially when handling important matters. Balancing emotion with practicality will be the key to navigating this transit successfully. Now, the fifth aspect of Jupiter will fall on the sign of Scorpio, your fifth house. Jupiter in your ascendant aspecting the fifth house makes this a beautiful period for learning, expanding your knowledge, and developing your skills. This is an excellent time to enhance your creativity and explore new avenues of self expression. For students, especially those preparing for competitive exams or anyone involved in studies, this period is extremely supportive. I would strongly advise students to make full use of this time, study with dedication and focus, and Jupiter will favor you, bringing long term benefits. Jupiter, being the Karaka of wisdom, enhances your ability to absorb knowledge through its fifth aspect. So take advantage of this energy to grow intellectually. Professionally, this period favors people in teaching, creative fields, or art, or any work that requires imagination, performance, or innovation. If there are any unresolved matters related to your love life or children, then they may surface now, not to trouble you, but to be healed and resolved. Jupiter is guiding you to learn balance, maturity, and clarity in these areas. For those trying to conceive, there may be positive results, though it may require some repeated efforts. If you already have children, this is a wonderful time to heal misunderstandings and spend quality time with them. Focus on your children, and nurturing these bonds will be deeply rewarded. During this period, you may also experience a renewal in the fun and entertainment part of your life. Jupiter encourages you to enjoy life, but moderation is key. Do not go overboard with enjoyment, because Saturn, which forms a trine with Scorpio, will impose limits to keep you grounded. This is also a favorable time for new romantic relationships. In some cases, someone from your past, possibly an ex, may return, but only if your chart supports it. Now, spiritually as well. Jupiter's fifth aspect on the fifth house. Spiritually, it will encourage you to engage in meditation or explore creative expression through spiritual practices. This can be deeply fulfilling and bring inner growth. Now, the seventh aspect of Jupiter will fall on the sign of Capricorn, your seventh house. This is a beautiful period for relationships and partnerships. If you are unmarried, Jupiter may bring favorable marriage prospects. Remember that relationships formed during this time will be karmic in nature, so approach them with awareness and sincerity. If you are already married and facing challenges, Jupiter will provide an opportunity to heal, rebuild, and strengthen your relationship. Both partners need to give their full effort. It cannot be one sided. For business owners, this period is favorable for expansion or starting new projects. But avoid hasty decisions. Carefully review all details, plan strategically, and proceed only after thorough preparation. Any hidden issues, trust concerns, or misunderstandings with business partners may surface now. Not to create chaos, but to allow resolution. If you act wisely, this period can provide excellent opportunities for growth and new beginnings. And finally, the ninth aspect of Jupiter will fall on Pisces, your ninth house, where Saturn is positioned. This is the house of dharma, spirituality, higher learned. This is one of the most spiritually significant aspects. It is a beautiful period for enhancing your inner peace, exploring spirituality, and deepening your connection with divine wisdom. Both Saturn and Jupiter will support your spiritual growth during this time. For students pursuing higher studies, focus and sincerity will bring positive results this time. If your father has been facing health concerns for a long time, then Jupiter may bring some guidance or slight relief here. Though Saturn's presence here in the ninth house may still impose some challenges. If this combination of Jupiter Saturn goes positively in your chart, it can lead to spiritual awakening, open mindedness, and liberation from rigid or orthodox thinking. Your perspective on life, religion, and the universe may expand, helping you connect with higher divine truth. If you have felt restricted in luck or faced delays despite hard work, this transit may bring some positive results here. However, outcomes may not be exactly as you expected. So, patience and pure intentions are essential, and this period is favorable for traveling, including spiritual journeys. Though minor hurdles may arise because of Saturn's presence here, so be careful. It is also good time to meet a spiritual guru, but be very mindful in choosing your guru, because Saturn in the ninth house will reveal the reality. Ensure you connect with the right teacher, not a false or misleading one. Leo ascendant and moon sign. For Leo natives, Jupiter will be transiting your 12th house, the sign of Cancer. Jupiter here rules your 5th house and 8th house, which makes this period highly significant, especially on spiritual front. For those Leo natives who are truly on spiritual path, this transit can bring a profound sense of upliftment and a deeper one-on-one connection of your soul with the divine, with the Parameshwar, Ishwar. Jupiter being the lord of the 8th house in the 12th house, combined with Saturn's retrograde position in the 8th house and Ketu in the 1st house, creates a powerful combination for inner growth and spiritual awakening. However, this combination also requires caution, especially regarding your health. It is highly recommended that Leo natives pay attention to that physical well-being, their immunity, sleep, and overall health. Regular medical checkups and visits to healing institutions may increase during this period. So be prepared for that. However, that will entirely depend on your personal chart. Financially, you may notice a sudden increase in expenses. Impulsive spending or overlooking financial discipline could lead to questions and realizations about the need to save and manage money wisely. This is an excellent time to step back, reassess your financial habits, and align your spending with practical needs rather than unnecessary indulgences. Spiritually, this is a favorable time, as said earlier. You may feel drawn to organize or participate in spiritual practices such as puja, havan, katha, or other auspicious rituals or activities at home. You may even incur expenses on such auspicious activities. These activities can bring clarity, peace of mind, and emotional detoxification. For those involved in imaginative or creative fields such as art, fictional writing, or animation, or any work that blends intuition with creativity, then this project can enhance your inspiration and give your work a deeper spiritually driven dimension. Your intuition will be stronger during this time. So it is important to pay attention to your inner voice. For Leo natives whose chart supports it, this period can also be favorable for traveling abroad or undertaking spiritual journeys. Those pursuing higher studies, especially overseas, may find opportunities arising now. Though travel may come with minor delays or challenges, so patience will be required. This is also a good time to engage in humanitarian or social work. Joining an NGO or helping others in whatever way possible, especially children, can bring immense satisfaction and karmic benefits. At the same time, this transit can make you withdraw excessively from the outer world, sometimes leading to avoidance of practical responsibilities. It is important to balance your inner spiritual journey with your worldly duties so that you maintain momentum in all areas of your life. Now, the fifth aspect of Jupiter will fall on the sign of Scorpio, your 4th house, your moksha sthan. So, your moksha trikon is getting activated. This emphasizes spirituality even further and creates a deeply transformative period for inner evolution and spiritual progress. Jupiter's influence here may bring a calmer, more reflective environment at home. You may feel drawn to rearrange your space, your home, make your home more peaceful, or incorporate spiritual elements into your living area. This is also a favorable time if you are considering purchasing a property or an asset, especially in foreign lands or near spiritual areas. However, it is important to double check all the legal documentation carefully before proceeding. If your mother has been dealing with any health issues, this period can bring gradual improvement, especially if she is consistent with her health routines. Additionally, this is a positive time to resolve misunderstandings or differences with your mother or family members, strengthening your bonds and creating a more harmonious home environment. With Jupiter's fifth aspect on the fourth house, you will naturally feel a sense of happiness and contentment at home with your family. This is a beautiful period where your home environment can become a source of guidance and learning. During this time, your family may act as your guru, offering lessons and wisdom that can help you grow. Particularly, your mother can become a guiding force here, providing insights and support that can positively influence your decision and mindset. Now, the seventh aspect of Jupiter will fall on the sign of Capricorn, your sixth house. Now, this aspect activates your Prarabdha Karma. The events that arise may require you to deal with challenges. But remember, not everything will be negative. Jupiter's positive energy can help you handle situations wisely. If you have been experiencing stress or struggles in daily life routine or work, then this period can provide some relief. Jupiter here may also help with competition or adversaries, allowing hidden issues to surface so you can deal with them strategically. If you remain consistent, patient, and disciplined, this period can be favorable for overcoming long standing challenges, clearing debts, or resolving legal and health issues. For students preparing for competitive exams, Jupiter's wisdom will be beneficial here, but only if you stay focused and committed. Now, the ninth aspect of Jupiter will fall on the sign of Pisces, where Saturn is positioned in your eighth house. Leo natives should be prepared for sudden transformations or unexpected events during this time period. If you have chronic health conditions or any health issues, extra caution is required as this transit can amplify health concerns. Although some or the other way it will provide you guidance, but still you need to be very, very, very careful with your health issues. Take care of your diet, stay active, and avoid laziness. This remains a golden period for spirituality again. It has potential to elevate your spiritual practice to a deeper level, bringing inner clarity and emotional strength. Financially, this is important to avoid risky investments, gambling, or quick money schemes. Opt for safe or long-term financial options because Saturn in the 8th house and both Saturn Ketu aspecting your 5th house can bring unexpected challenges if you take unnecessary risk. If you are waiting for inheritance or ancestral property, this period may bring some progress in that area. It is also an excellent time for deep studies or research in subjects like astrology, occult sciences, archaeology, mysticism, or any field that requires thorough exploration and focus. Travel should be approached cautiously, especially for long journeys. Those in toxic relationships may find opportunities to move away from them. Though minor challenges with in-laws or shared finances with your spouse could appear. For professionals in medicine, research, healing, astrology, psychology, spiritual work, this period can bring progress and opportunities. If approached with dedication and ethical conduct, overall, Leo natives are advised to stay contented with what they have, use Jupiter's wisdom and Saturn's patience as your guiding principles. Avoid shortcuts or impulsive actions as these could create problems in the future. If you work diligently, remain ethical and stay patient, then this period can bring personal, professional, and spiritual growth in the long run. Virgo ascendants and moon sign. For Virgo natives, Jupiter will be transiting the sign of Cancer, your 11th house. Jupiter here rules your 4th house and your 7th house. Financially, this transit can open doors for gains, and in some cases, it may even bring promotions or career advancements, provided your overall chart supports it and your efforts are aligned with your true goals. You may also see benefits coming through your spouse during this period as well. If you have been facing tension with colleagues or authorities, then this period may slowly ease those challenges, at least temporarily, while Jupiter remains in Cancer. Your long term goals and social connections can revive positively, and new opportunities may open up. Any project or ambition that has been stuck may start moving forward again, but it will require your full effort. Since Jupiter is in Punarvasu and with retrograde Saturn influencing your chart, repeated efforts may be necessary. Patience, consistency, and strategic actions are the key here. With these, Jupiter will help you achieve the results you desire and you deserve. This transit can also bring the fulfillment of valid desires. However, in some cases, if Jupiter's placement turns slightly challenging in your chart, then it may increase your cravings or wants. The key here is to feel content with what you already have and what comes your way. Try to control your desires because Jupiter is also aspecting your 3rd house, which could amplify desires further. Ketu in your 12th house and retrograde Saturn in your 7th house, aspecting your 1st house, may bring challenges if you chase material desires recklessly. This is also a period where you may make new friends or reconnect with old ones. Networking and group activities, including community work, can bring positive results if you engage sincerely. However, it is important to stay realistic about your goals. Avoid illusions and not over do not overpromise. In financial matters, whether it's in the stock market, real estate, or other investments, be cautious and avoid impulsive decisions. Business related gains are possible, but strategic and wise decision making is necessary to avoid setbacks. Now, Jupiter's aspect, its third aspect will fall, its fifth aspect will fall on your 3rd house, the sign of Scorpio, which brings focus to your immediate environment. This is a time to resolve ongoing issues with neighbors or younger siblings. Challenges may surface, but these are opportunities to heal and strengthen bonds. You will also gain the courage to face any obstacles that come from your surrounding. If you have been thinking about starting a new project, this is a supportive period, but be careful about when it comes to planning and strategies. Be careful with planning and strategies because it is very essential. For those involved in artistic fields, communication, media, entertainment, or work requiring manual or creative skills, then this transit is favorable for you. Now, since it is influencing your 3rd house, it is important to control your desires and stay grounded. When used wisely, Jupiter's energy can bring long-term growth, financial stability, and improved social and professional connections. This is also a very beautiful period to enhance your communication skills. And this will benefit you not just in your professional life, but also in your personal life as well. With Jupiter influencing your 3rd house, you have the opportunity to refine the way you express yourself, making your words work in your favor in the long run. This is an ideal time to consciously work on communication, whether it's speaking more clearly, writing effectively, or improving interpersonal interactions. Apart from this, there is also the possibility of changes in your living environment or residence, which can bring a fresh perspective and positivity in your life, only if your chart supports. Now, the 7th aspect of Jupiter will fall on the sign of Capricorn, your 5th house. For those who have been struggling to conceive, then this can be a supportive period, though it is essential to remain cautious regarding health during pregnancy. If you already have children, then this period can bring some relief or guidance for improving their well being. It is also an ideal time to deepen your bond with your children. So, spending quality time with them will be highly beneficial. This is a period where enjoyment, recreation, and relaxation are important for your peace of mind. Student, Students will find this period highly favorable for focused study. Those who put in sincere effort can see excellent results during this period. If you are considering investments, this period advises playing safe, avoid speculative markets and gambling and high risk ventures, and focus on secure, well thought of financial decisions. Additionally, Jupiter's influence here may bring romantic relationship into your life. Now, the ninth aspect of Jupiter will fall on the sign of Pisces, where Saturn is positioned in your seventh house. This is a major aspect, particularly significant for businesses, partnerships, personal relationships. If you are planning to initiate a new venture or business, this is a favorable period. But the plan must be well thought out, executed with patience, and grounded in ethical conduct. Avoid impulsive decisions, shortcuts, or any form of dishonesty. Because Jupiter is aspecting your seventh house, where retrograde Saturn resides, this period can bring major transformations related to partnerships, both personal and professional. In business, hidden issues may surface, so providing an opportunity to address and resolve them. For unmarried people, this period can favor marriage, but relationships formed now will be highly karmic in nature. So understanding your partner before commitment will be very essential. For those who are married, this transit may highlight challenges in relationship. Saturn's retrograde in the seventh house, combined with Jupiter's aspect, brings existing issues to the surface to be worked on. Jupiter can bring positivity and guidance, but both partners, both you and your spouse, must actively participate, address problems with patience, and act with love and understanding and maturity. For some people, this transit can strengthen the bond, while for others, it may bring endings depending on the individual chart. Romance may return in your marriage, but it requires effort from both the sides. If your spouse has been facing health concerns, then this period can provide relief or guidance for improvement, though action will be necessary. Responsibilities related to spouse may also increase during this time, so patience, understanding, and commitment will be the key in navigating this period successfully. Libra ascendants and moon sign. For Libra natives, Jupiter will be transiting the sign of Cancer, your 10th house. Jupiter rules your 3rd and your 6th house. So, this is a significant period for your career and professional growth. This transit has the potential to open a refreshing new chapter in your career, provided your individual chart supports it. You may experience growth, progress, and even increment at work. If you have been facing long-standing challenges with colleagues or superiors, then this period can bring relief and offer an opportunity to actively improve those relationships. With Jupiter in Punarosu, this transit also enhances your social and public image. However, while career advancement is supported, your responsibilities will likely increase. So you need to be ready to put in consistent effort. There may be tasks that require repeated attempts or revisions, but perseverance will pay off. On the flip side, if you become lazy or procrastinate, this period will highlight the consequences, especially because Saturn is retrograde in the 6,000 Pisces. Both Jupiter and Saturn will not favor shortcuts, laziness, or lack of discipline, and your reputation or public image could be affected if you are careless. Your communication style will play a key role now. Jupiter encourages learning, growth, and tactful communication in your professional life. Even if the lessons seem tedious or demanding, it's important not to take shortcuts. Learning with Jupiter, what Jupiter and Saturn wants to teach you will benefit you in the long run. For those looking to acquire new skills or enhance existing ones for career growth, this is an excellent period to do so. You may also gain recognition for past efforts, or if your work life has felt stagnant, momentum is likely to return. Some of you may even feel inspired to pursue a completely new career or revive an old dream. But be careful, planning and patience are essential. This is a period for aiming a long-term stability rather than quick gains. During this transit, it's crucial not to make emotional decisions related to your career. For example, if you are attached to your current job, but a new opportunity comes with better prospects, avoid letting emotions decide for you. Be practical, weigh the pros and cons carefully, and make decisions with clarity and logic. This will help you move forward in the right directions without regrets. Now, the fifth aspect of Jupiter will fall on your second house, the sign of Scorpio. This brings a beautiful opportunity to strengthen family bonds and resolve any misunderstandings. Financially, this aspect can provide relief, especially if you have been under pressure due to Saturn's retrograde influence. It can also create opportunities to increase income or discover new sources of revenue, though again, avoiding shortcuts is crucial. This period is highly favorable for improving communication skills, which can enhance your public image and professional interactions. Jupiter's influence on the second house will encourage attention to your health and lifestyle. You may feel motivated to adopt healthier habits, improve your diet, and bring more balance into your physical and emotional well being. Using this positive energy wisely can benefit you materially, physically, and emotionally, creating a harmonious and supportive environment for a long term growth. Now, the seventh aspect of Jupiter will fall on Capricorn, your fourth house. Now, this brings peace and harmony at home. Your family, especially your mother, can become a source of guidance and support during this time. It's an excellent period to spend quality time with your loved ones and work on resolving any past tensions or misunderstandings. Jupiter here also supports purchasing property, renovating or repairing at your home. However, pay close attention to legal and paperwork details, as mistakes could lead to complications later, while delays or minor hurdles may occur due to Saturn's influence in your sixth house. Jupiter's positive energy will give you hope, emotional strength, and practical guidance to move forward. Now, the ninth aspect of Jupiter will fall on the sign of Pisces, your sixth house, where Saturn is positioned. Challenges related to health, daily routine, competition, debts, or adversaries may arise. However, Jupiter's grace will provide relief and support to manage these situations. Hidden issues, especially related to health, might surface, prompting you to take corrective action. This is also a period when your Prarabdha Karma is highly active. Saturn and Jupiter together will guide you in completing these pending karmas from past lives or from earlier in this life. At times, this may feel heavy, intense, demanding, or even frustrating with redos in certain areas of life. The key is to stay calm, patient, and wise. Remember, no transit is permanent. This too shall pass. If you have been waiting for a job, particularly a government job, or preparing for competitive exams, this period can favor you, provided your efforts are disciplined, persistent, and sincere. Genuine dedication will be rewarded even if progress feels slow initially. Jupiter's energy in your 10th house, combined with its aspect, will guide you towards success, spiritual growth, and long term stability if you remain focused and practical in your decisions. Scorpio ascendants and moon sign. For Scorpio natives, Jupiter will be transiting your 9th house, the sign of Cancer. Jupiter rules your second house and your fifth house, and its presence here is much more favorable compared to when it was in Gemini, your eighth house. Many of you may have faced financial ups and downs or challenges in your career during that time. But now with Jupiter in Cancer, those tensions will ease a little bit, bringing relaxation and a renewed sense of optimism. This is a very powerful period for spiritual growth. Jupiter in its exaltation sign, especially in a Sattvic nakshatra like Punarvasu, enhances your faith, wisdom, and luck. You may find a spiritual guide during this time. You can even take long journeys, especially spiritual ones, or even pursue higher knowledge, higher spiritual knowledge during this time, including um, education, higher education as well. This is also an excellent time to mend your relationship with your father or take responsibility for his well-being. Jupiter's presence will provide guidance, support, and peace when you walk the path of dharma, spirituality, which in turn will improve your uh, finances as well, and overall your luck as well. Financially, Jupiter here can favor you. So some challenges may arise due to Saturn's aspect on your second and on your 11th house. Careful budgeting and avoiding unnecessary expenses is recommended, but luck will support you in managing finances and challenges with um, regarding any challenges regarding finances. And also, if you are facing any issues with your co-workers or superiors, bosses, then it will also ease a little bit during this time. Now, the fifth aspect of Jupiter will fall on your first house, your ascendant. Now, this is a beautiful period for self-improvement, enhancing your personality, public image, and well-being. You may feel inspired to work on your appearance, confidence, or personal skills. Health can improve if you consciously take care of it, though be mindful of Jupiter's expansive energy, possibly causing weight gain here. Overall, this aspect brings optimism, hope, and motivation. Also, if you are someone who has been feeling confusion since quite a time, then this period will also bring clarity in those confusing area of your life. Also, Jupiter aspecting your ascendant will also help you or guide you when it comes to any health related problems. Also, this is a very beautiful period for learning, and Jupiter will make you learn a lot of things during this time. So be prepared for that. Now, the seventh aspect of Jupiter will fall on your third house, Capricorn. This is an excellent period to refine your communication skills, especially if you have been lacking confidence in expressing yourself. Small journeys and new initiatives will also be favored. Jupiter's guidance will help you take bold but well-planned steps here, balancing Jupiter's wisdom with Saturn's patience. Relationship with siblings, particularly your younger siblings, can improve during this period. This period is also favorable for improving relationship with neighbors. And if your chart allows, even for changing your living place as well. However, with Jupiter aspecting your third house, your desires may expand. So be mindful of this because your 11th house, which represents fulfillment of desires, is under Saturn's influence. Any attempt to fulfill desires through shortcuts or unethical means, or any excessive desires, unnecessary excessive desires can backfire. Saturn's aspect teaches contentment, so it's important to stay grateful and satisfied with what you already have or what you are going to get. Because this tug of war between your desire and Saturn's discipline may feel frustrating at times. So, and some desires might not be fulfilled the way you expect, or you may feel dissatisfied even if they are fulfilled. So the key is to stay content and focus on what you have rather than chasing excessive wants. Now, the ninth aspect of Jupiter will fall on your fifth house, Pisces, where Saturn is positioned. Financially, this period is not favorable for speculative investments or gambling. So avoid risky ventures. If you have been trying to conceive then this is a supportive time. Though expect some hurdles due to Saturn's presence here. Adoption is also favored during this time, and if you already have children, this is a beautiful time to spend quality moment with them. You may have to give extra attention to their studies, health, or general well-being during this period. Jupiter's wisdom combined with Saturn's discipline can help them focus and succeed, but effort will be required. For students, this transit demands dedication and hard work. For those who study sincerely will see positive long-term results. If you are unmarried or single, then this period can bring marriage or romantic prospects, but these relationships will be karmic in nature. So move wisely, take time to understand the person and avoid rushing into any relationship. Spiritually, this is a very supportive period. Jupiter encourages learning, meditation, and growth. And this transit also benefits those involved in creative fields as well. Overall, this is a time to balance desires with discipline. Focus on children and studies, make thoughtful decisions in love and finance, and embrace spiritual growth. Sagittarius ascendant and moon sign. For Sagittarius natives, Jupiter will be transiting your 8th house in the sign of Cancer. Jupiter rules your ascendant, the 1st house and the 4th house. First, you need to be careful about your health during this period. Chronic conditions such as diabetes, breathing issues, or stomach problems may feel more intense, so be extra careful during this period. On a positive note, Jupiter in the 8th house can bring unexpected gains like inheritance or property. But when it comes to money or investments, caution is needed. Sudden gains are possible, but sudden losses can also occur if things are not properly planned. Focus on safe long-term investments and avoid risky spending. This is also a good time to resolve issues related to joint assets or matters with your spouse. And this placement encourages deep inner transformation. You may experience ups and downs, but these changes ultimately will bring personal growth for you. Relationship issues, especially with in-laws, can be addressed now. You may face challenging moments or even insults, but Jupiter provides strength here and hope and the ability to cope with them. Professionally and academically, this is a supportive period for research, deep studies, or fields like astrology, archaeology, philosophy, or literature. Emotionally, it's important not to overreact or become overly sentimental. Saturn's influence demands practicality, so balance emotion with rationality in your decisions. Spiritually, this is a very enriching period. You may feel drawn to meditation, spiritual studies, or practices that deepen your inner growth. With Saturn and Ketu influencing your ascendant and your ascendant lord placed in your 8th, walking a spiritual path is highly recommended. It will help you navigate this period smoothly. Now, the 5th aspect of Jupiter will fall on your 12th house, the sign of Scorpio, activating your Moksha Trikona. This is a wonderful time for spiritual activities at home, such as puja, yajna, or katha, etc. It will also encourage charitable work during this time as well. It's also a favorable period if you want to help someone in need, join an NGO, or spend resources in positive, meaningful ways. One of the most important things Jupiter asks during this time is to reduce stress. Meditation and yoga will be especially helpful for calming your mind. Engaging in relaxing activities such as music, creative hobbies, or any stress relieving practice can bring emotional relief. Sleep may improve for some, though you should still be mindful of your health and avoid overexertion. Jupiter's 7th aspect will fall on your 2nd house, the sign of Capricorn, which can bring some financial relief here. You may discover new sources of income provided your chart supports it. And positive results will come if you follow an honest and disciplined path. Strengthening family bonds is also favored now. Spend time with loved ones, nurture harmony at home, and work on your communication skills. This will improve both your public image and personal relationships. Pay attention to your eating habits. Avoid unhealthy or overly indulgent foods. Now, the ninth aspect of Jupiter will fall on your fourth house, the sign of Pisces, where Saturn is retrograde. This can bring some emotional distance or frustration at home, increased responsibilities or health concerns within the family. Sudden changes related to your home, such as moving, renovation, or even purchasing new property may occur. Jupiter's influence, however, provide support and guidance, helping you manage these challenges and bringing more peace to your home. This is favorable time to mend misunderstandings or tensions with your mother or family members. Overall, this period is about balancing your inner transformation, spiritual growth, and practical responsibilities. Jupiter encourages you to focus on stress relief, family harmony, and disciplined financial management, while also supporting spiritual practices and personal growth. Capricorn ascendants and moon sign. For Capricornators, Jupiter will be transiting your seventh house in the sign of Cancer. Jupiter rules your 12th house and your third house. So its influence will be felt strongly in relationships, partnerships, and business dealings. This period is favorable for businesses and collaborations, especially if you are planning a new venture or partnership. Jupiter will support growth and success, but caution is needed. Since Jupiter is your 12th lord, wrong decisions or impulsive actions may lead to some losses, so wisdom and careful planning are essential. Communication will play a key role here during this time. How you speak and interact with others will shape your public image and strengthen professional and personal relationships. This is an excellent period to refine your communication skills and learn to deal with people diplomatically. For those who are unmarried, this period can bring marriage prospects. Married natives may experience increased stability and happiness in the relationship if they focus on open and wise communication here. Jupiter's influence may bring a sense of emotional weight or moodiness sometimes. So, patience and balance guided by Saturn's discipline will be helpful in managing harmony. Travel or vacations with your spouse may also be favored during this time. Also, this period is supportive for businesses related to import, export, or international dealings. Expansion is also possible in business, but impulsive decisions should be avoided. Use Jupiter's wisdom, Saturn's patience to ensure long-term gains. Now, the fifth aspect of Jupiter will fall on your 11th house, Scorpio. Financially, this is positive. Sincere effort can help fulfill genuine desires here. Relationship with elder siblings, friends, and your social circle may improve. And new connections could open doors to opportunities in your life, whether it's in your business, work, career, or even in your studies. Your self-expression, social influence, and career prospects may receive a boost, including promotion or salary growth if your chart supports. Spiritual gains are also possible during this time, and some may even experience support or benefits from their spouse as well. However, it is important to stay on the right path and manage desires with wisdom. Now, the seventh aspect of Jupiter will fall on your ascendant, your first house. This aspect will bring a period of personal growth influencing your mindset, self-perception, and overall approach to life. You will learn important life lessons, both personally and professionally. Some lessons may feel challenging, but they are meant to guide you toward maturity and responsibility. This is a time to go with the flow and avoid laziness or procrastination and embrace new learning. You may acquire new skills, develop greater courage, and build a more positive outlook during this time. Health should be the priority as Jupiter's influence may bring some slight weight gain for you and your spouse. So please maintain a healthy, clean diet. sattvic food, regular exercises, yoga, pranayama, meditation to maintain your health. And if you are facing any uh, health concerns since a long time, then Jupiter's grace can guide you towards recovery, but it will require consistent effort in on your part. Just be careful with the weight part. It can provide you weight gain. Now, the ninth aspect of Jupiter will fall on your third house, Pisces, where Saturn is positioned. If you have been hesitant to take action or start new ventures due to Saturn's slow and steady influence, then Jupiter will now provide the confidence, guidance, and motivation you need. This is a supportive time to plan carefully and take structured, well thought out actions. Saturn may slow things down and you may encounter hiccups, but persistence will lead to lasting results. Now, this period is excellent for improving communication skills. Use Jupiter's wisdom to refine the way you express yourself, both personally and professionally. Major decisions may arise during this time, so approach them with patience and thoughtfulness. Relationship with neighbors on those in your immediate surrounding may require care, but Jupiter's positive influence will help maintain harmony. Finally, try to control desires and cultivate contentment with what you already have or what you get, as Saturn's presence reminds you that moderation and patience are the key. Aquarius ascendant and moon sign. For Aquarius natives, Jupiter will be transiting the sign of Cancer, your sixth house. Jupiter rules your second house and your 11th house. And this is not a comfortable position. Jupiter's position in the sixth house, transit in the sixth house, is not a comfortable placement here, because Jupiter doesn't really enjoy doing routine tasks or dealing with daily struggles. So during this period, maintaining discipline in your everyday life becomes very important. Try to eat on time, eat clean sattvic food, sleep at the right time, and follow a steady, healthy lifestyle. The more disciplined and consistent you are, the more Jupiter will help you stay healthy, calm, and balanced. This transit can also bring new responsibilities and changes in your career. Some of you might even receive a promotion or increment if your chart supports it. Jupiter's position here encourages you to upgrade your skills and refine your work habits. If you have been having conflicts at work, whether with subordinates, co-workers, or seniors, Jupiter's transit through Punarvasu Nakshatra can help you resolve these issues in a better manner. This is also a wonderful time to help others, but you must know your limits. Help those who truly need and deserve it. But don't overextend yourself, as people may take advantage of your kindness. You may also feel some relief from enemies or competitors during this time until Jupiter is in Cancer. Those preparing for competitive exams are likely to benefit, but remember, this will require consistent effort and multiple attempts before success comes, as Punarvasu Nakshatra represents persistence. If you're trying to get a loan, it may happen, but though it could take more than one attempt. And be careful with borrowing. Only take what you genuinely need and you can repay easily. Now, the fifth aspect of Jupiter will fall on the sign of Scorpio, your 10th house. This is going to be positive and refreshing influence for your career. After a long time, you will begin to feel more confident and hopeful about your professional life. This aspect can bring career growth, recognition, or even the opportunity to change your career path if you have been thinking of it. Be kind and respectful to your colleagues and maintain harmony at workplace. This aspect of Jupiter can also help you improve your public image and reputation as well. Now, the seventh aspect of Jupiter will fall on the sign of Capricorn, not 12th house. This is a spiritually enriching placement. You might feel drawn to religious or spiritual activities like Havan, Puja, Katha, or daily prayers. Even spending a few minutes in meditation can bring you peace now. This is also a good period for charity and helping others selflessly. You may notice an improvement in your sleep quality, and some of you may travel abroad or go on spiritual journeys or pilgrimages if your chart allows it. Now, the ninth aspect of Jupiter will fall on the sign of Pisces, your second house, where Saturn is positioned. This combination needs careful handling, especially in matters related to health and family. You should pay attention to your throat, mouth, or eyes and maintain discipline in your eating and sleeping habits. Financially, this can be a positive period where you may find new income sources or stability in your finances. But remember, avoid shortcuts or unethical ways of earning because Saturn's presence will test your integrity here. If you stay honest and disciplined, Jupiter will help you build long-term prosperity. In your family life, this aspect can bring an opportunity to resolve misunderstandings, or old disputes. But you will need to make a genuine effort for peace. Avoid risky investments. Also, Saturn's influence on your second house might sometimes disturb your eating habits or routine. So try to maintain regular meals, stay hydrated, and focus on eating sattvic, nourishing food. By staying grounded and consistent in your effort, you will find that this transit, though challenging at times, can help you grow stronger, wiser, and more stable, both materially and spiritually. Pisces ascendant and moon sign. Now coming to Pisces natives, Jupiter will be transiting through the sign of Cancer, your fifth house. Jupiter rules your first house and 10th house. So this becomes very powerful and positive transit for you. This period will bring blessings related to children, creativity, education, and emotional happiness. If you have children, this is the best time to reconnect with them and strengthen your bond. Try to understand them deeply, spend quality time together, and guide them in the right direction. Share love, warmth, and kindness, and you will receive the same back from them. This is truly a beautiful time to express your love as a parent and to make memories with your children. Those who have been trying to conceive for a long time may finally receive positive news during this period. And if you are already pregnant, this transit will certainly help in maintaining good health and stability. But still, you need to be careful because Saturn is in your first house. So, overall, just be careful if you are pregnant. But Jupiter will help you maintain a good health. Just remember not to overeat or indulge too much in heavy or oily food, as Jupiter in Cancer can sometimes cause stomach-related discomforts. Take care of your diet and be disciplined in your food habits. For people involved in creative fields like art, writing, music, acting, or any form of performance or creation, then this transit will feel very inspiring. Ideas will flow easily, and your motivation to create something meaningful will increase. Spiritually, too, this is a blessing. You will feel drawn towards mantra chanting, meditation, or simple activities like that calm your mind and bring you inner joy. Students will find it easier to concentrate and learn. Even if you are not a student, this is an excellent time to learn something new or enhance your skills, as it can bring long-term growth in your career. Punarvasu Nakshatra, through which Jupiter moves right now, teaches the value of persistence and effort. It can make you repeat tasks or go through a few challenges before success. But if you keep your patience and faith, you will definitely see positive results. This phase can also bring happiness, love, and creativity back into your life. You may feel like reviving old hobbies or starting something new, whether that's painting, writing, music, or anything you once loved but left behind. If you are in a relationship, Jupiter's blessings can help you restore warmth and affection. Misunderstandings can heal, and you may feel more emotionally connected. If you are single, You may meet someone during this time who feels like a deep and soulful connection. This period can also bring joy, entertainment, and light-hearted fun into your life, something you have been missing for a while. For those who are in teaching profession or who work as mentors, spiritual guides, or counselors will find this period to be fruitful. Your knowledge will expand and your words will carry more weight and wisdom. For those on a spiritual path, practices like mantra chanting, meditation, prayers will feel more natural and fulfilling. Now, Jupiter's fifth aspect will fall on the sign of Scorpio, your ninth house. This is one of the most beautiful aspects as it strengthens your dharma and spirituality. This is a wonderful time for spiritual journeys or connecting with spiritual guru. You might also travel to sacred places with your children or family members. Communication with your father or teachers may also improve during this period, and this aspect supports higher education as well, including spiritual learning and the desire to expand your understanding of life's deeper truths. Now, the seventh aspect of Jupiter will fall on the sign of Capricorn, your 11th house. This is the house of dreams, fulfillment of wishes, and social connections. So, this is very good period for fulfilling long-held desires. Opportunities will come your way in your career, in your social life, or even in your network circles. So, please don't ignore them. Make the most of what comes your way. Saturn, which is positioned in your ascendant, might make you doubt yourself or slow down your response, but you must take initiative when Jupiter opens door for you. This period can also bring growth, promotions, or financial improvement if your chart supports it. You will also find cordial relationship with your friends, social groups, or elder siblings. Keep yourself close to the people who truly support you in difficult times. Avoid people who drain your energy. This is a great time to resolve misunderstandings with elder siblings or friends and strengthen those bonds. Now, the ninth aspect of Jupiter will fall on your first house, Pisces, where Saturn is positioned. This is a powerful combination that can bring deep transformations in your life. Saturn's presence in your ascendant in retrograde motion in Pura Bhadrapad is already making things serious, introspective, and aware, and also bringing more responsibilities. And now Jupiter's aspect will eliminate those same areas. This means certain issues related to health, self-image, finances, or relationship may come to the surface. Jupiter's aspect will not hide those problems. Instead, it will show them clearly and say, see, this is what needs your attention. So take this as a time of awareness and healing. Whatever comes up now, face it with patience and wisdom. Don't run away from the situation. Jupiter, it will help you find the right solution, but you must be honest and willing to learn. This is an excellent time for self-improvement and spiritual growth. You may feel like understanding yourself more deeply or exploring your own potential. If you are in fields of healing, whether physical, emotional, spiritual, like doctors, spiritual healers, then this is one of the best period for you. You will have the ability to guide, teach, and help others in the way that brings light into their lives. Spiritually, this transit can awaken you in many ways and help you realize your true strength. So overall, for Pisces natives, this period will bring a blend of love, creativity, or learning, deep transformation. Use this time to connect with your inner self, nurture your relationships, and walk the path of truth and spirituality. Jupiter and Saturn both will truly bless you when you do that. So that's all for today. If you like this video, then please do not forget to subscribe, share, and like to our channel. And also, please do not forget to hype our videos. Meet you in the next video. Until then, Narayan Namaste.